Day 1 of Defender Trophy 2008 would see participants meeting just outside of Nkandla in the middle of Zululand at a predetermined time and waypoint. From there, participants would make their way through the very scenic KwaZulu-Natal past numerous points of interest with overnight accommodation at the Fobani Lake campsite with an estimated time of arrival of between 5 and 6 in the evening. My team and I had prepared a sumptuous dinner before everybody would retreat to their tents for a well-deserved rest, as Day 2 would have many challenges waiting for the participants.
Shortly after arrival, participants were handed files with a questionnaire and all waypoints for the day. The waypoints, which would later leave many a participant with serious doubt as to his ability to use a GPS device. Gerard further provided participants with some important clues during the first driver's briefing of Defender Trophy 2008. Participants had to find all waypoints on their way and identify various objects at these waypoints, something that was all the more interesting in the wet conditions. The first challenge was at waypoint 5, where every team had to identify one of their members to cycle the ±7 kilometers into the forest to photograph a protea as evidence. AJ took a few seconds to test the cycles and show every participant how the brakes and gears work before sending them off one at a time. At first, we thought that we left the rain in Nkandla, but as the first cyclists started returning, the rain was pouring down and it sent the participants and camera team running for their vehicles. From here, the driving on the slippery mud continued for quite a few more kilometers. At the cell phone tower at the top of the hill, waypoint number 21, we found Jean approaching from the front. This was quite a bit alarming. Jean took part in the recce with Gerard. It would seem that the huge amount of rain during the last 2 months made the bush so thick that the road was gone. We distinctly remember Gerard mentioning something about driving over bushes and no road. We sincerely hope that all contestants listened. One by one, the competitors started making their way down the hill. Obviously, they listened to Gerard's advice of no road. Driving down the hill on the other side, we were met by a local acting as our spotter, very appropriately dressed in yellow. It was very interesting that his back pain could suddenly disappear the moment that he got presented with a t-shirt and some food. More and more defenders were starting to make their way down the hill. It would seem that the most participants were finding their way through the bush. Once again, we were met with vehicles approaching from the front. It would seem that the river was running quite a bit deeper at waypoint number 30 than a few weeks ago. Back up the hill we go again. A few handy pointers from our supporters to get us back to camp before sunset. Those were famous last words. More confusion surrounding waypoints, and it was starting to get dark very quickly. We ended up following tracks with a torch in one hand and a GPS in the other. Interesting how quickly you start to question yourself and your knowledge of GPS devices. Eventually, the first of us arrived at camp at just before 8, with the last group arriving just before 12 the night.
Day 2 of Defender Trophy 2008 would see contestants visit the Kuninia AIDS Orphanage just outside of Ishawi that is supported by the local Rotary Club. From there, contestants would travel via the Fobani Dam wall to Harris Camp with various obstacles, river crossings and other interesting challenges en route.
We were all met with the stunning view of the Fobani Lake and surrounding area. Since all of us only made it to camp after dark, we were unaware of our beautiful overnight surroundings.
that's
How
the
many
problem.
rivers did you guys cross actually?
The same twice, as far as I remember.
Our only mistake yesterday was when we went off on our own. That was it.
And you? Let's film. Okay. First.
Toe bel hulle ons daar toe, moes ons toe gaan soek ons die ouens op die pad en kry ons.
I think we're all just very thankful that we got in yesterday.
No, for sure.
Just quickly. I've got Justice said to me last night that all of the waypoints were right. Right? Yeah. So then, I don't know.
They were right.
It's okay, maybe Justice is just wrong. And
They were right.
the other 20 of you are all right.
After Gerard got his chance to confirm the waypoints of the previous day, we all left camp in a hurry, en route to the Kuneni AIDS orphanage.
From everybody standing here, we've brought a whole bunch of toys and school things and clothes and whatever, but
Upon arrival at the AIDS orphanage, contestants had the chance to donate clothes and toys before Gerard had the opportunity to hand over a cheque to the amount of 5,000 Rand on behalf of all the participants. AJ and Jean presented the school with the 10 bicycles on behalf of Drom Monster, a very appreciated gift, I would imagine. All contestants had the opportunity to quickly stop in Ishawi and stock up on some needed supplies before meeting at the Fubani Dam wall. After waiting for some late arrivals, Gerard did say 10 o'clock and not 11 o'clock. It was off again. Some more slippery and sliding, with the mud driving and rain continuing for much of the day. The first river crossing already presented an opportunity for snatch straps and D-shackles to be retrieved from the kit bags, and Hanif's defender to be snatched up the bank of the river. After Hanif levelled the riverbank, all the other vehicles started going through without too much more problems.
Go! Turn right, no! You needed to drive.
Some handy spade work from time to time assured that the riverbanks remained level. There were a few nervous moments as some vehicles actually skidded sideways, but that is all part of the Defender Trophy Extreme.
Second gear. Right, let's come down after the rock first.
I had to give Tsepo some encouragement, and I had to yell, "Steek hom, Tsepo!" much to the amusement of the other onlookers.